Okay, so we have a resolution. To allow federal aid funds on a project that we're submitting. It's 145th north. From 55th east to 75th east. And the anticipated total project is 1.9 million. The county will be required with matching funds of 145,500.
Where exactly is that? That's up by Utah someplace.
County line.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's 55th east to 75th east.
the portion we're responsible for.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd make a motion, we approve the resolution 22-14.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Greer hasn't texted me back yet, but I'll find that out, get back to you
Okay,
when we get those for sure.
all right. I think we're all right, but yeah, I would kind of like to know exactly where our gas pump key fobs come from.
They maybe from the sheriff's office.
No,
Dustin,
because it's Road and Ridge.
I assume
that joint management agreement with the city.
Okay,
And
so it might be
probably
really.
have to coordinate with. the
Dustin is the
Maybe.
one that did them originally.
Dustin Cood.
Yeah, when they did all the new ones, he came and picked all the other ones up and then asked me what ones I needed and brought me all the new fobs, so.
city.
I assume that's who's taking care of them.
Yeah.
Road Bridge.
Yeah,
Do you have a vehicle number for that?
15,
15?
but I actually think we got one.
Okay,
Steve didn't realize that's what it was on his key
Yeah,
ring.
the 6,000 is for the pool cars.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna run his under, right? The
Yeah.
6,000, because kind of through the commissioners for the fairground.
Yeah, because the only thing of not having an identified Bob, and I don't think it happened with Steve is kind of
Use on
lost.
any vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go down.
I'm assuming that this one's already been set up for his pickup because it had one on. I'll bet Dustin put it on.
okay, I'll double check it.
Would you?
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Did FIS ever send you your bid
No, in fact,
or FSI?
no. In fact, yeah, I actually saw that message in my phone, thought I needed to call him, but I'll get with him after this week.
Yeah, that's fine. I just
There's not much going
was
on this
thinking
week.
about that.
Yeah,
Brought up
no, I've been
fairgrounds.
wondering too.
Not that I think we're in any big rush.
No, I'd like to get it done before spring.
What do you do?
The fire safety out at the
alarm,
fairground.
right,
Yeah,
big event building.
I was gonna ask you a question on that beta 3, that oil lot subdivision.
Panorama.
Yeah. I talked with Clint, he said that in some agreement that easement was defined. Because as it is now, it comes to that lot line and stops. And there's no access.
Yeah, they're trying to buffalo you on that.
Okay, well,
They've
I
got to
asked
define it.
Clint for a copy of that.
We've been through that about 3 times. He knows that he's got to define it and show it on there, so. And they have to work with some other property owners to get it.
is that these new owners?
Panorama Hills.
It was the guy that was in the CS a week or
Yeah.
two ago, right?
Southern upbuildable.
So,
Oh, no, that's not them. This is, they've got to put in a new water tower
Oh,
up at the top because their water system's insufficient, but. They've sold things off so weird up there that they didn't keep an easement to it the way they needed to. The one from cable one is defined,
right,
but they've got to get the one the rest of the way. Cause I found that for them and they have the deed on that, so.
yeah, I found that one, but. And the documents that he referred to on the map, I tried to pull up and
Yeah,
nothing showed up, so.
yeah, so we just need to make sure that those are all recorded, and as long as they are, they're okay, but I don't think they've done that yet.
Okay, how about the need for access to a county approved street?
It's a water tower, so it's not required.
The fact that the road isn't built, is not
Yeah.
not an
Not a
issue.
big deal there. Cause that water tower was actually approved on the original plans for that subdivision in like 1960.
Patch up the swimming pool.
It's shown on there, so they're just putting it in the same location as what was originally approved, so.
Yeah, speaking of swimming pool, I kind of wonder if somebody ever might buy that kind of an estate. That would be.
Somebody about a year and a half ago called me about buying it and trying to reopen the pool.
Yeah.
But nothing ever happened with it.
That was a nightmare to keep that road open in the winter when we used to have the ski tow.
Up there.
I forgot about that. They had a. Well,
There was a ski tow up there.
that was an old, I can't remember if it was an international truck. And they'd have the rope tow, and it'd come down over the wheels and move around, go up the other way.
I don't remember that.
And then some kid got his clothes caught in it.
Yeah,
My parents talk about
no
it.
safety shutter.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was old Linda Cooper. Kind of a second or third cousin of my mother's. Good idea, but whenever they kind of thought that would end up being another icy,
Hmm.
you know, and the pool used to be well used.
Yeah,
Yeah, we used the pool a lot.
and a good slide.
But it was water slide, you know,
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, they have to do is put a couple of windmills up there, and wind pumps. Let the wind pump all their water up to a tank instead of paying electricity.
I imagine the wells pretty deep up there.
There's a couple of really efficient deep water or deep wind pumps available now.
Hmm.
They certainly have the wind up there.
Yeah, they do.
That's what we need is another windmill here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys-
no
you have
thanks.
experience.
It's an ag water system, so you probably wouldn't have to
Don't encourage that, please.
put it in the sprinkle the farm ground with. Then after it's done, donate it to the waterworks.
Anything else?
I don't know if Lance had told you, we're applying for 3 other projects as well. Hammond Road and First intersection improvements. And then 2 mile stretch of 26th west. From 17th north to 49th,
Oh,
so.
That through those.
Yeah, there's kind of a curve there.
On the way out to the meat processor. On West Broadway or,
Well, from it's on 26th west, so it runs north south.
it's the one that goes by the soccer fields.
Yeah,
that comes down, that they can. Pull everybody in county and work with them to fix the bridges and stuff.
No, it's close to that, but yeah. I mean, that's not the one the bridges are on. There is one bridge
There is
on
one bridge.
26th, yeah,
I think that's one.
maybe it is one that they included, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Get it all fixed up for them, then they'll find the annex.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you ever hear back, whether they annexed? Which one was it that they hadn't shown?
Fifth East. Carrie said that they have plans to annex everything adjacent to it, so we'll see if they do. You know how that goes.
Sounds you guys go before we stop.
Oh, it's like, why don't they show it?
Oh, my goodness.
So if they have plans, they
Seriously.
put them in the development agreement.
Right,
Lot lot of.
That's Brandon quit then, or does he go through? this?
January 4th, I think, is his last day.
I guess city's probably trying to take a vacation.
Yeah, I haven't even tried to reach out to him at all. I sent him an email when I first heard about it, but I haven't talked to him since then.
I told you he didn't call me.
He did, yeah.
And the after part when he called back, so, oh, by the way. He wanted to know about urban renewal. If we get the penalty of interest from that. Operator asking to do that. That's the only reason he called. Cause he's still gonna contract for the urban renewal. So he'll get to deal with it. Who? Brad.
Steve had given me a bunch of road info, so I was scrolling through here to see if those fees were in there, but I don't see them anywhere.
I can call West too, cause he might,
Remember,
he's the one that helped put it together.
yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, everybody needs to go through a few of those big validation hearings.
I hope you got all those done.
Well, there's some that had enough evidence to put them on as a GLO. You know, the question now is where they've changed the law on how many years of maintenance, things like that. Because that, the good side of that is for some of these farmers that never had elders going through there, so they can't just go through there. But the bad side of that is that, you know, they've made those GL roads to preserve the access to public lands. So will that start cutting off much public lands?
What is GLO stand for?
Government Land Office.
Yeah. Just old
Survey maps.
road survey maps.
As they get rid of the government property, they made sure they recorded those. So that whoever bought the property had access to it. And the next person would too. Okay.
Yeah, you did a whole bunch of those.
2010.
Yeah.
Well, we did the maps in general. And Road and Bridge went through and did the research and found anything that was likely a GLO. And then we adopted it on the map, and then they could go through and request if they thought it was, if they could go through and request a vacation. But they had a chance for input. Yeah, that's one of those where. See, Stan went up to High Bridge Road. Took a quarter. Cut the road straight through a quickie patch because he said he wanted to be straighter. And then put boulders around the other because, you know, that was the old storage. And it's been improved. So Weston had to send him all the notices to put it back and everything. He said, well, why don't I just trade you for that little piece of road that you guys agreed to blanket, abandon everything in this section. All those GLO roads, because he knows there's some back in there which he can't do. Because each road has to stand on its own information. He tried everything. You're lucky you don't have to deal with him like Eckershaw used to.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to come around as much anymore.
Have a bunch more roads that people are wanting validated or.
No, this is an attorney up in northern Idaho that has somebody that's doing the same thing. And so just calling for a bunch of hearings, and he said, you know, the problem is it costs the county a bunch of money every time you prepare for one of those, because you have to do the research. So we saw that. Maybe more personalities involved, set up a piece schedule. And it's different on each road, because some of them are harder to research. Anyway. That is.
So.
I don't mind it.